Karma is very much at home with the trucks, but when they all look the same, she still finds mine. One time she got into the wrong truck, but as soon as she hopped in, she realized it wasn't ours and she jumped out. Karma, come on. Hello. It's her house. Karma sleeps on the bottom bunk. That's her bed. She thinks we're going for a ride today, but we're not. I have to go to the doctor. Our little place down there. And I sleep up on the top. I have my windows and I can have my little space. And she has hers. But since we've been staying in the motel, she's been liking to sleep with me. So we just came over to the truck to get a few things because I have to go to the doctor today. That's Karma's spot when I go to sleep at night. She looks out the window, and if anybody gets near this truck, she barks. But she's a very quiet dog. She doesn't disturb. She's not a yapper. She rarely ever barks. And she's probably only growled maybe 4 times, and it was always when there was somebody around the truck she doesn't like, or around our motel room, which I saw her like actually snarling the last 2 days at the people that were going in the room next to us, and it turned out they were not supposed to be in the motel room next to us. So she's got some pretty good senses. She's a great truckin' dog. She's on patrol when she's in this truck. And she doesn't miss anything that's going on out there. When Karma is someplace where I can tie her up in the grass, she likes to sit in front where she can see the trucks. She doesn't really want to lay under the tree in the grass. She wants to sit in front where she can see the trucks. She just loves them. And she's just a natural for this. I personally think that rescue dogs make really great truckin' dogs because they're so thankful to have a home. And a kennel trained dog is especially good. The thing about Karma was, you know, she had heartworms when I got her, and I didn't know it at first, and you know, as I said, the people on Twitter actually donated the money for me to have her treated. And part of heartworm treatment is they're supposed to stay in a kennel for like 9 weeks. The worms start wrapping around the heart, and so the more they have activity, the more they could make the heart explode. So it was actually good that she was on a truck after her treatments, because she couldn't go anywhere except in here. This way we could stay together, not like a dog where you have to keep them in a kennel at your house. That would be hard. She was able to stay in her house right here in the truck and not get too much energy, and then when we went out, I just kept her on her leash for the 9 weeks and had her checked. We had a couple rough spots. She was throwing up, and she still coughs and stuff, but they said, you know, the damage to her heart might have been a little bit permanent, but she doesn't have heartworms anymore, and she's got a clean bill of health. She's fixed now. And we have lots of people to thank on Twitter. I couldn't even remember how to name everybody, but, well, Alan Meyerless, the social media guru expert, she really is the one who told me, keep the dog, and she really was instrumental in encouraging me to take the chance to bring the dog on the truck. And Hot Lab Rescue, Heart of Texas Labrador Rescue, gosh, they helped not only with medical bills, but they helped me get to the airport. They kept Karma while I went to a convention out in Las Vegas to meet a filmmaker, a French documentary filmmaker. There's so many people. Shawnee Shep. I mean, there's just Alan and Donna Smith. They're the ones who, you know, started the thing. I wasn't even really aware of it. It's been really amazing. How many people were sending things for Karma that like I'd just be driving out here, and then Donna Smith from Master Trucker would call me up and say, somebody just sent you money for the dog. And I finally had to tell people, you know, we're fine now, she's all better, and we're all right. And you know, I love that people were so sweet and so generous. But so I put a thing on her story to, you know, give to some other charities. There's some great animal charities on Twitter. There's somebody named Frugal Dougal that actually runs animal charity rescue. They pick a charity per month, and they have little virtual, what they call paw parties, and they raise funds for other rescue animal projects. It's a really great group of people that I met on Twitter that are animal lovers, and that was something that was just really nice for both of us to have, to know that we had all of these people on Twitter that cared about us out here. And her adjustment period. Yeah, she's more comfortable here than she is in the room. She thinks we're going somewhere today, but no, we got some errands to run. So. We have a walking track here at our terminal, and I'm going to let Karma go off her leash. Most of the drivers never even get out of our truck parking lot long enough to know that we have this walking path down here. And there's a beaver that lives down here, and some herons and other animals. It's not quite spring yet, so it's still brown, but when the flowers and the leaves come out, it's really pretty to take a walk down here. It's a steep path though, so you have to be careful on this part. There's a heron that sits out here in the middle. He's pretty big. I don't see him this morning. He's usually sitting in the same spot most of the morning, but he must be busy today. It's nice to come down here and hear the birds singing in the morning, instead of hearing all the trucks idling all day long, all night long. When I'm at truck stops, I go and take the dog for a walk somewhere, Usually if I go just a few feet away from the truck stop, he always finds something nice. And those are some of the pictures that I put on our TwitPic. I've been taking photos of our adventures on TwitPic for me and Karma for over 2 years of stuff we've seen when we go for our walks and when we're out trucking. The beaver lives down here, and he's got a couple projects going on down here, and he is a busy little guy. We'll go around the other side and see some of his handiwork. The beaver has one of his little works, and he's had some issues with this winter storms, it looks like, and he's got some work, lots of work to do. In fact, there's more damage here than there was last time I was here. That's the water source that he is trying to prevent from taking his pond. He's been working on, you can see, he's got one down over there, but it looks like he's got to drag it out, and the other one is about ready to fall that's next to it, and then he's got a pile of sticks sitting over there that obviously he's putting together. There's some of the wood that he worked on before. That log was down last time I was here, and it was freshly chewed up, but I guess he has not been able to move that one on his own. That's a big one. Karma likes to come down here, as you can tell. No! Walking is good to help you unwind after you've been driving. It's been very hard for me to not be able to walk because of my leg injury, and it's caused me problems. Get out of there! It's been hard to not be able to walk. I was walking 7 miles a day. I was able to do that with the time that I had in between my loads or at shippers and receivers, and I was able to lose 60 pounds my first year. I started putting some weight back on, and then of course my leg injury, my knee shattering, so couldn't do that for a long time. I'm just getting ready to trying to get myself back together. There's a little nest up there. There's a lot of nests in the little trees here. You know, shippers and receivers, sometimes when I check in, I just say, well, they say, well, put it in whatever door and we'll load it up. And I say, well, I'm going to walk my dog if that's okay, because some people will let you walk their dog there, some won't. And and you know, could you give me an idea how much? Some shippers, Karma, come here. Come here. Come here. The dog that would run every time she saw a leash this is the dog. This is her today. She likes her leash and she likes her collar. And she doesn't like me to take her collar off. It bothers her when I take it off. But she can slip out of it any time, and if she doesn't want somebody walking her, she'll slip out of it and get away from them. So she's not a dumb dog, that's for sure. This is a really smart dog.